Adrien Broner versus Maidana. Let's get into it. Okay, there are a lot of people out there that hate Adrien Broner. Fact. And Adrien Broner gives more haters, more excuses to hate him every time he makes an appearance, whether it be on television, via YouTube, or just listen to one of his Twitter rants. Now, because of this, a lot of people want to see Adrien Broner get knocked out. I mean, like knocked out clean and really hurt badly. I think probably Broner is the most hated fighter in boxing at the moment. He makes Floyd Mayweather Jr. look like a saint. And I guess Floyd doesn't have to do all the bravado that Broner's done, because simply Floyd's made his point, proved himself, has, you know, got all the money in the world, so he's kind of mellowed out. Doesn't have to promote himself. It's done. Broner, however, is a fighter that's done a lot of talking, and the events with Paulie Malignaggi in his last fight, where he started getting personal with Malignaggi's personal life with the girl, well, that just took things to an all-time low, and obviously the sex tape, and, well, the list goes on and on with Adrien Broner. And people forget about his actual skill level, because he's got a lot of good skills. For me, there's two things I don't like about Adrien Broner. It's his work rate, I feel at times is shoddy, and his application in terms of wanting to engage with another fighter when, like for example, the Malignaggi fight, he knew Malignaggi couldn't hurt him, but yet he couldn't put Malignaggi away. And when you think about the Khan fight, when Khan fought Malignaggi, he stopped Malignaggi. When you had the Hatton fight, Hatton stopped Malignaggi. But this guy, Broner, couldn't. Some people will say, well, you know what? Adrien need time to fit into the weight, so on and so forth. Okay, fair enough. He now fights Maidana, who has been known to have knockout power. He did drop and he did hurt Khan, but never finished him off. Maidana has been on the canvas. Maidana is not what they call sweet science. He's a come-forward fighter who is learning to box a bit now, but really is a brawler with a punch. He sort of reminds me in some ways of Arturo Gatti, when Arturo Gatti was trying to learn how to box late on. But basically, Maidana is a slugger, and he'll try and box a bit. But I can't see Maidana coming with anything scientific. Fans will hope that Maidana can somehow rough up Broner, hurt Broner, and get to stop him. I can't quite see that happening. I can see Maidana coming in, landing punches, trying to land punches, and getting countered every time. I don't think Maidana's fast as hand or foot. Maidana hasn't got a great jab. So for me, you're really looking for Maidana to try and bust through Broner's defense, try and land something in the hope that he may knock Broner over, because you're not going to see Maidana outpoint Broner unless Maidana sets such a pace over 12 rounds, which is a possibility, and is able to out-hustle Broner. The problem is, like I said, because Maidana's slow of foot and hand speed, he's always going to get beat to the punch, so it's going to be very difficult for him to apply pressure without getting caught with a whole heap of punches in the process. And Maidana, again, is not a defensive wizard either. So for me, is Adrien Broner a big punch at welterweight? That's the question. I don't know. But whereas Malignaggi may be able to get away out of a lot of those blows, I'm not so sure if Maidana will. And unfortunately, Maidana I can see getting beat quite badly in this fight. It's just a pure slugger against a scientific boxer in this one. I do hope this happens. I do hope that Broner wins. And I hope that, one of my favourite fighters, Keith Thurman, goes on and wins his fight against Soto Karass. So then we can see a fight between Thurman and Broner. Now that's the fight I want to see, because I think that Thurman stands a very good chance of beating Broner. But then that's just me being biased. So for me, prediction, Broner to stop Maidana late on. Anything between rounds 8 to 10. stopping Maidana. Maidana coming forward, throwing punches, getting caught, and eventually the overwhelming amount of punches that he takes wears him down and stops him, referee intervening and stopping the fight. Those are my thoughts of Maidana versus Broner. What do you think? Do you think Maidana stands a chance of out-hustling Broner and potentially causing the upset? We still don't know how good Broner's chin is. But again, I don't think that Maidana's the one to find it because his hand speed is so slow. Again, it's all up to different interpretation. Would love to hear what you guys think. And girls, I'm out.